girl Bonnie Blue. Alright, now I'm about to go to the show and get myself something to eat, so ain't nobody got time to be sitting up the camera and doing a slow roll with these videos today. So we gonna get these bitches out on a cell phone. Okay, please and thank you. Alright, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. I'm gonna do the stabilization thing because I know the phone be doing all kind of crazy shit. I don't want nobody feeling dizzy. Alright, so let's talk about Love and Hip Hop, you guys. First of all, who the fuck is that host? Who is she? I don't know. I liked her. I'm not saying I'm bad. I just don't know who she is. Why was Erica doing her interview separate? Why? You and your saggy titties could have set y'all ass on that stage with everybody else. You and your fucking ball gown trying to act like you better than somebody because Bow Wow's ass decided to marry your yamp ass. Girl, sit your ass down somewhere trying to talk about, oh, you gonna let them have their 15 minutes of fame because everybody was there because of you. Bitch, you was a non-motherfucking factor this season. After you and Sin broke up, nobody gave a fuck about what you was talking about. Nobody cared. Like, your storyline was obsolete this season. So it's amazing to me that you sit on this stage, not this stage, but whatever stage y'all was sitting on, hotel room, wherever Mona and her wig had y'all at, you feeling like somehow everybody was, based off you. No, what's amazing to me is how you couldn't find your way on that fucking stage, but you sure in the hell had everything to say about everybody else's storyline. First, let's talk about how she talked about Chrissy, because I felt like that was so fucked up. You know what? You can call all kind of hoes because she calls you a hoe. But for you to bring up the fact that she can't have kids at this point and that she wants to have kids, to me, that was some dirty, low-down, crossing the line type shit. And I really feel like you need to check yourself. If you really don't give a fuck about somebody, why you gonna put all that energy into talking about how they're, garbage and, they're shit and they're nothing? Like, you basically said, you said she was worthless. For you to actually say that shit, like, that was crazy to me. You called her worthless. I don't know. Whenever people say shit like that, I feel like that's too much. Nobody's worthless. Nobody's fucking life is worthless unless they out here doing all evil shit. And I'm sorry. No, Chrissy is not my favorite person, but she damn sure ain't no evil bitch for you to be sitting up there talking about her like that. If she wanted to call you out for some whole shit you was doing, she had pictures to prove it. You sitting on her sofa, y'all cuddled up taking pictures back when she had a reasonable hair color for her light ass skin. Like, don't front on it. And I think that's what it was coming from. But, that wasn't her only storyline because we had to get into Chink, as far as Chrissy is concerned. And basically what's going on with Chink is Chink had to step back because she was doing too much. She agreed that she was doing too much. But at the same time, like, who the fuck be like in their late 30s, 40, late 40s if you ask me, 40-year-old fucking woman dating a man for 2 years and still gotta ask him when he gonna get a divorce. I understand why she was making those demands at that point, because it wasn't like they just started dating. They've been dating for 2 years at this point. So it seemed reasonable to ask a motherfucker, when you gonna divorce your wife, since you've been talking about you gonna divorce this bitch this whole 2 years, okay? So I get that, but I do feel like she was pushing it, and I feel like as a woman in her age range, you should know better than to put yourself out there like that. If he ain't already divorced, if them papers ain't being signed and going through when y'all first started dating, don't put yourself out there like that. You need to be dating many other people, and don't put your eggs all in his basket, because obviously he wasn't ready to leave his wife or ready to stop doing whatever the fuck he was doing to get them broke up in the first place. So I just feel like Chrissy was, she needed to fall back off that situation, because it really didn't have to be all of that. Y'all, she had her white on with her little fur on the side. I was like, girl, Chrissy, you better do it, okay? You better zip it into it. I was here for how she looked, except for that fucking hair. Yes, okay, Johnny Blaze. See, here's the thing about girls that get fake asses, and Johnny Blaze has admitted to getting ass shots, even though for some reason she wants us to believe that all of that ass is now hers, and somehow whatever she put in her ass has circumvented its way out of her body. Girl, get the fuck out of here. You still got ass implants. It's basically what you was telling us. And I'm sorry that you have those ass implants, because when you wear dresses that go over your knees, you look like you have a grandma ass when you stand up. And that's why your ass should be proportionate to your body, because when you actually wear a dress that's not, stopping at your coochie line, then, you look like a grandma by the ass when you get up. And it just looks stank, and I didn't like it. But her dress was pretty. I thought she looked pretty. I wish that she would stop doing so much so her hair wouldn't be so thin, because it looked a mess with that weave. But whatever, Johnny, I'm gonna need for you to stop being so fucking hostile. Like, you so upset, and I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? They got on her and Rich. And basically what it is Rich led her on. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Okay? Even though he said what it was, he was still fucking her. So you know how crazy ass gonna think if you come into the house at night and fucking her and showing true concern about her feelings. That's what fucked her head up. Because after her boyfriend died, he was like really trying to be there for her and asking how she was doing and shit like that. So she fell in love with him. And another thing, like after everything Chink then said, Chink don't understand why you feel the way you feel. He don't give a fuck about you, Chrissy, and you still sitting up there talking about if he decided to get a divorce tomorrow, you would be with him. Stupid fucking mistake. And it's the same thing with this situation with Johnny. Always letting niggas know that you will be there for them no matter what, and then get mad when they dog your ass out. And another thing, stop getting on your knees sucking dick in bathrooms and then complaining about a man treating you like you don't fucking matter. You show yourself no respect. Why is he supposed to respect you? I've said this time and time again, but y'all think it's a fucking game. You treat yourself like a hoe, he gonna treat you like a hoe. He ain't your man, he ain't claiming you, and you doing freak shit in public places? No, bitch, okay? And then gonna get mad and cry because he doing it with every other bitch. Come on now. Y'all fucking up the game if y'all think hoe-like mentality is gonna get you a wife-like life. No. Stop it. Anyways, you know, I gotta say it sometimes because they act like they don't know. Okay? And if ain't nobody told you, I'm gonna tell you. Anyway, so what else happened? So then, you know, Johnny at some point goes back and forth with Diamond because she has something to say about Diamond's ass. Of course, she mad because, you know, her and Diamond got in a fight. I really think she's just mad because Diamond was the other vagina that Rich had, you know, got into this season. Girl, stop. And then, you know, Diamond is like, whatever. And I just want Diamond to know to stop acting like she gonna fight Johnny, because Johnny gonna whoop her ass. But then Diamond Mama came on stage and Cisco came on stage, and then we had to talk about their situation. And basically the roundabout thing about that is he's gonna act like because his brother died, that gave him license to fuck with people's emotions. Diamond's mama is gonna get up there and try to act like her daughter ain't acting like a fucking bird, leaving her daughter with you. And the reason she's like, my daughter's here, y'all. When she said she seen her daughter at least twice a month, and the crowd was like, bitch, you think that's a lot? And she like, that's not good enough for y'all? Suck one. My daughter is here now. Yeah, bitch, your daughter's here now because your mom's here. Okay, like that's why your daughter's here. But anyway, I mean, if this show made you be a better mother, great. But I honestly feel like the fact that you even left your daughter to go run behind this man is like proof in the pudding to me. And I feel like your mom isn't going to really try to stop you or do what she's supposed to do as a grandmother and make sure that you're being a mother and her not being a mother. I think the reason why she's not doing that is because she feels like she must have made some mistake with your ass. So she's going to try to fix them with little Mylisa. Okay, I feel like she wants to be Mylisa's mama. Now, let me tell y'all, when my sister first had her baby, my mama told her, now look, I'm gonna tell you how this gonna go, okay? Because I know what y'all little young girls like to do. Y'all want to go out there and get pregnant and bring your fucking baby home to your mama to raise. That's not what we doing over here. I'll babysit while you in school, while you know, working. I'll help you all that I can. But if I end up being a parent to this child, I'm going to the court and I'm getting sole custody of this child. And then they'll really be mine and we won't have to have this going back and forth. And from then on, my sister knew what it was. And you know what I'm saying? My sister's an excellent mother. You know what I'm saying? To both of her children. So, you know, that should let you know that's what the fuck Mylisa grandmama should have been doing instead of taking, you know, responsibility of her the way she did and allowing Diamond to be an absentee mother and think that that shit is okay. Alright? Like, you know, it's just bullshit. And I like how Cisco mama was like, you know, yes, my son did what he did, but I'd like to know what kind of mother leaves her child to go and be with a man. And I'm like, well, didn't you have some type of drug problem or some shit like that? Like, what type of woman you be? Like, don't do all that. But I do agree, she made a good point. Moving along, y'all. Then along the way, who else do we talk to? We talked to Johnny and Diamond. Oh yeah, then we gotta talk about in the bathroom, and y'all remember when Rich and Diamond went in that bathroom, and you know, Johnny was like, she went in the bathroom with him, so she know that bum bitch did it, and now they got audio of it and they want to play the audio next episode. And I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. And you know, Erica had to say negative things about Sin and say Sin was the one cheating on her with the Dykeman nigga the whole time because he was at her birthday party. I'm like, okay, so she invited this nigga to the birthday party. That means they was fucking? Okay, no. Okay, this nigga was invited to many a party. We wasn't fucking. Okay? Anyway, but, you know, she, Eric, yeah, we about to go to Orchid Seafood. I'm trying to get some lo mein. So yeah, y'all, what I was about to say. Okay, yeah, so Sin is really happy with Rada Dykeman, nigga, okay? She's really happy with him, and she really don't have much to say for Erica, except for the fact that Erica used her for a storyline, because when Rich broke it off with her ass, she didn't have no storyline. It was dead. And so here she did, you know, she ran after Sin, and then brought Sin on the show to be a fucking storyline for her. And now, you know, that she didn't found Bow Wow, who wants to wife her whole ass. Now, you know, she wants to say fuck Sin, and it's been Sin this whole time, and Sin playing a victim, and she wants to be like, feed the children. And it's like, bitch, you, because she's soft, because she ain't screaming and hollering at the top of her lungs every 5 minutes and emasculating every fucking man in the room and being extra and acting like a yamp. Like, Erica, go sit your fucking ass down. I will read you some more in the next review for Love and Hip Hop Reunion New York Season 5. Because, bitch, you are very deserving. I was so trying to be here for you this season. But to see how you got up there with Mona and talked all that shit about everybody, even though you was right about some of the shit you said, calling Diamond pathetic, you was right about that shit. And, oh, yeah, Diamond Mama. Yeah, I'm coming, baby. Diamond Mama, baby, okay, your daughter played like her daughter was a dog when she was on the phone with Cisco. She didn't say, look at my daughter, the dog. No, she did not say that. That shit wouldn't make sense. But she was like, what you said, baby? And Cisco was like, wait, who you talking to? She's like, oh, nobody. That's my dogs in the background. That's what the fuck happened. She admitted it on several occasions. So for her to sit up there and act like she never said that shit, I rewinds it. Bitch, please, okay? You know exactly what the fuck happened. Mama, shh, be quiet, okay? And Johnny, you heard her mama say don't fucking play with her. But Johnny looked like next episode she ain't gonna really give a fuck about what mama talking about. So yeah, y'all. It went down. It went down a little bit. It was a good episode, I felt like. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, I can't wait for Love and Hip Hop ATL to come back on. That's my main thing. Oh my God, do I really not have my wallet? Y'all, we drove all the way here. I ain't got my wallet. All right, y'all, it's some bullshit. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.